Hey guys, so I'm pretty sure you already saw the overview of what we're going to be doing today. So first, let's look at what Scratch is. So Scratch is a free programming language developed by MIT that makes it easy to create interactive games, stories, music, animations, and art to share on the web. So, Scratch is a computer language and you can literally create anything on it and then you can share it with other people. So I think that Scratch is literally awesome just because it's very beginner friendly. I could just call someone who doesn't know any coding and they could easily start in Scratch. So that's why I love Scratch so much. It's just easy to understand and especially for kids, it's just a fun way of coding. So now that we know what Scratch is, let's see how to log into Scratch. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your Google search bar and you're just gonna type in Scratch. And one of the few results should be about Scratch. So you can see right here. So you're gonna press the links that lead to Scratch. If you don't see any links, just type in regular Scratch and then one of the first links there should be leading you to Scratch. If that also doesn't work, you could also just type in scratch.mit.edu and that'll lead you to Scratch as well. So now that we're on the Scratch homepage, how are we gonna join Scratch? Well, that's easy. You click the button that says join Scratch and it'll be right next to the sign in button. So you're gonna press that and then first you're gonna create a username. Now of course there are lots of people using Scratch, so sometimes your username might be taken, so don't panic or anything. So I'm just gonna type in coding for kids, and then I'll put underscore 1, 2, 3, or that's not an underscore, but I don't really care. So now that we have that, let me see if 1, 2, 3 is taken. Oh yeah, it is. Oog. Okay, how about that? Oops, also taken. How about if we do this? Sorry guys, I'm making you guys wait. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have, I don't know why I'm so nitpicky, but I really wanna, okay, I'll just do this. So now that we have a password, or not a password, a username, now we're gonna create a password. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to enter a password. Now make sure this is a password you can easily remember because this is gonna actually lead you to your Scratch account and you don't want your projects to not be accessed. So make sure you have a password that you can easily remember. So yeah. Oops. Okay, so now that you've entered a password, you're going to press the orange next button, and you also want to save your password because that's just going to make it easier on you. But anyway, now you're going to select what country you live in. So you're going to have a lot of choices. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick from one of these choices. So I am not going to share my country that I live in, but just pick a country you live in, and then you're going to press this orange next button, and that's going to lead you to the next page. So yeah. Okay, so now it's going to ask you what month and year you were born in. So you're just going to enter your month that you were born in and the year you were born in. For example, if I was born in April, and I'll say I was born in April 2021, which was, it's right now actually, but anyway, you're just gonna enter a month and year you were born in, and then you're gonna press this orange next button. Okay, so now it's gonna ask what's your gender. So you're just gonna select a gender. I am female, and then you're gonna press the next button. Finally, it's going to ask you what's your email, and you could say your email or you could say your parents' email. It depends on which one you would prefer. But after you do this part, then you're going to select then you're going to click create your account, and then it's going to give you one more page, and then you'll be all set. So yeah. Okay guys, so now it's going to say welcome to Scratch, and it's going to give you a little bit more info, and then you're going to be here in Scratch. So I think that's pretty fun. So now you're going to click the Get Started button, and it's going to lead you right into Scratch. Okay, so now you're going to be in the Scratch main page, and this is where this is your account basically. So now that you're in your account, let's see how to make the Hello World program, which is going to be your very first Scratch program. So first you're going to go here, and you're going to press this create button, and this is going to create a new project so you can do projects on. So first we're gonna name this, and because we're making a Hello World program, let's name this Hello World. So now after we've done that, now let's get on to the coding part. So first, oh my god, my voice. So first we're going to look at what Hello World is. So most programming courses start with an easy and simple program called Hello World. And it shows what a program looks like and how to output a message. So that's why lots of classes or courses you go to will usually start with Hello World when they're in Scratch. So knowing Hello World is a very basic skill. So first we're gonna look at the code. So first, the first block of code is gonna be, it's gonna be in your events circle. So it's going to be in this yellow circle over here, and then you're going to drag this when flag clicked. And what this is going to do is it's whatever code is underneath this block, it's going to happen. So whenever we click this, whatever code's underneath is going to happen. So that is our first block of code, and then our second block of code is going to be in the looks purple circle section, and we're going to drag this say hello block. So instead of saying hello, we're going to say hello world, because that's our program. So hello world, and that is all the coding. That's as simple as it gets. So now let's click our green flag, and it's gonna say hello world. So this was your very first coding program in Scratch. So yay, good job. But now let's see how to say hello to anybody. So your program asks a question. Your program says something, but what if we want to make it ask a question? So to let your program ask a question, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the sensing blue button, and probably like 5 blocks down, so 5 blocks down, you're going to see this ask what's your name and wait block, and you're just going to drag that. And you're going to drag it on top of the hello world. And now now what the code really means is when this is clicked, it's going to ask what's your name. Then it's going to wait until you respond. And then it's going to say hello world. So let's see how this works now. Okay, so it's going to say what's your name. Then we're going to enter something. So my name is Rithika, so I'm just going to enter that. And then it's going to say hello world. So this is also pretty cool. Now our program asks a question, but now it doesn't do anything with the answer. So for example, I entered Rithika. It didn't do anything with the Rithika answer. So how do we fix that? So what you're going to do is you're first going to go to the operators, this green circle, and then if you scroll down a little, you're going to see this join apple banana. So first we're going to select that, and we're going to drag it, and then we're going to put it inside this little text area. Now we're going to have a purple and green block. So now it's what the join block does is it's gonna join 2 pieces of text, otherwise in coding known as a sprite. So now this little cat is going to join 2 pieces of text, otherwise known as strings. But what do we call this little cat? It's not just a cat. So in coding, we usually call this little cat a sprite. sprite. So sprites are usually like more common in coding, so that's what you would call a character actor in your program. So now that we have a join, we're going to join two pieces of text, otherwise known as strings. But what two pieces of text? So first, we're going to drag a blue piece of code from the sensing blue circle, and underneath the ask what's your name and wait, there's going to be an answer, and we're going to drag that and we're going to put it here. So what this means is it's the answer to this question. Whatever the answer is, it's going to join that. So for example, if I said ask what's your name and wait, it's going to say, and it's not going to be apple, it's going to be hello, and then it's gonna join hello and Rithika. So it's gonna actually say hello Rithika, and that's it. So now if we click the green flag, it's gonna say what's your name, and I'm gonna say Rithika, and let's make that capital. And then we're going to press the arrow mark, and it's going to say hello Rithika. But it doesn't have a space in between. And what we're going to do to fix that is we can't really fix the answer, because the answer is whatever the user is putting in. So we can't really change that. So we're just going to add a little space next to hello. And now if we press the green flag, it's going to say what's your name, and I'm going to put in Rithika, and then it's going to have a space this time. So that's how you make your Hello World program. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this made sense. Now I'm going to go over the summary of what we did, but I hope this all made sense, and on to the summary.